I was wondering if you've obviously been through so much throughout your whole entire life, which event was it that shaped you the most as to who you are today, and that kind of like brought you to where you are now?
You mean like one single event?
If there was one, or a time period, or anything in specific that you could identify that kind of like laid a foundation as to who you became as a person and helped you grow?
Well, I think that it was actually a series of events. It was, getting a little bit here and there and then sort of putting a puzzle together, which is how I look at it. I remember the day that I sort of got focused and I knew that I was going to be a professional musician. It was at the airport in California, and I don't know if the story was true, but this is what I heard. This is the chatter that was going around the airport. Ray Charles used to own a private plane, and they had to do a gig, and they were in the plane, and it was foggy and blah, blah, blah. And somebody at the airport said that Ray Charles landed the plane because he couldn't see anyway. No, seriously. I'm telling you. So at this time I worked at the airport, so I knew about instrument landing and ILS and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And they were having a tough time, and the pilot was calling off the positioning and stuff like that. Where's someone going this heading? And the rumor around the airport was that Ray Charles landed the plane, saved everybody, and they went to the gig. And I was like, wow. Are you kidding me? And for some reason, it sounded to me like musicians. Now, of course, I didn't think of myself like Ray Charles. I mean, it was spectacular, but I just thought that was the life for me, that musicians could do things that were special and that they cared for others. The altruistic part of my life was really important. I grew up, in the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts, and in the old days, like what happened to little old ladies? We used to, like elderly women would wait, and we would take them across the street, and we did that all the time. There was always somebody waiting there. Did they cure, old age and blindness? But when I was a kid, we were always doing that, and it's like they would wait for us. So I grew up caring about people, and I was socialized to care. So when I heard about the Ray Charles, it's just one thing on top of the other, and so music, Ray Charles, plane, fog, saved everybody there. Hey kid, here's a tip, it's $50. All of that stuff made music very romantic to me. It was the thing I had to do because it fixed everything in my world. It would fix, me hating myself, me feeling ugly. It would also allow me to help other people. It was perfect. So that's the sort of event, if you will, that whole Ray Charles thing. But it was really something that was just happening. And, one day you get to that point, you have a eureka moment and go, that's it. My life is about this, and I'm never going the other way. Thanks.
Thank you. Now that you've done this book, do you feel you want